for Cincinnati, a 6'6 senior from Long Beach, California, number 33, Terry Nelson. At center for Cincinnati, a 6'10 senior from Monrovia, California, number 44, Corie Blount.
Let's talk about it. Hey, let's talk about it. Legends Unplugged, what's the deal? Speaking bluntly with C. Blunt and T-Nail. We tell it how it is and all due respect. The UC Connect, them Bearcats, we rep, elevate, graduate, we the final two. Still at it like we did the final four back in 92. Let's talk about it. Legends Unplugged with T. Nelson and C. Blunt. Yeah, let's talk about it.
At Cincinnati, they get after it.
Once again, we are back at it. Another episode of Legends Unplugged. I'm your host, Terry Nelson.
And I'm your co-host, Corie Blount.
And today we got one of the legends in the building.
The youngest and the newest legend.
See, today on Legends Unplugged, we're sitting down with a coach whose entire career has been built on winning habits, defensive excellence, and elevating every program he has touched. Mentoris Robinson is not just a Cincinnati associate head coach. He's one of the most respected defensive minds in basketball. At Utah State, he helped engineer a 50-win defense, a top 50 defense while guiding the Aggies to the Mountain West Championship and the NCAA tournament run. Before that, he played a major role in back-to-back 20-win seasons at Youngstown State, building a culture of toughness and accountability. And long before the whistle and the clipboard, he was a problem on the court. Two-time Big South Defensive Player of the Year at Winthrop. Okay. A guy who didn't play just guard. He erased matchups. He brought the same edge to that same standard and the same championship DNA to Cincinnati, helping shape the identity of a program built on grit, discipline, and defense. As a teacher, a builder, a coordinator who knows how to get five guys connected on a string. And today we get to unpack his journey, the mindset, and the blueprint behind it all. Coach Mentoris Robinson joins us on Legends Unplugged. Give it up for him. Give it up. Legends Unplugged.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Happy to be here. Happy to be here. Thank you.
Let's get into this.
Yeah, man.
The new aura of UC basketball has started, and you guys are at the helm of this thing right now. Give me your feeling. Give me the pulse of what you guys are thinking right now.
I think first and foremost, the post since Coach Calhoun's got the job, man, it's just the history of the program and having former players like you guys come by and just show us love and just feel that. I think that's incredible. Yeah. I think that's what makes a basketball program is the tradition, the richness of it. And so everywhere you go, man, just the logo, that Bearcat logo, the C, like people appreciate that. They love it. They embrace it, and so the city's been on fire since we arrived, actually. You
know what's funny is that basketball coaches, coaches that have offensive minds and defensive minds, literally, it's two sides of one coin, but you guys think totally different. Like you have this specialty with defense before the coach, as we mentioned in the opening. Like you became two-time defensive player. When did the ability to stop somebody become important to you?
Man, since I was young, I think it started when I was in probably middle school. Actually, man, being a competitor, growing up in Charlotte, North Carolina, reading the newspaper and seeing everybody else's name in there except for mine, and wanting to play those guys, right? And I knew just pride-wise, like, man, I want to stop you. And so it just wasn't being competing. I understood that if I stop you, I have a chance to win, right? I mean, I get the ball back and I have more opportunities.
So you was the hired hit man.
Yeah, hey, man, if I stop you, I'm going to win.
That was
I'm going to win. That was just pride. Since I was small, man, like I didn't want you to score on me. Yeah. You know what I mean? And maybe my mom instilled that in me. Maybe
did you have those barbecue backyard matchups growing up?
Yeah. And, when we played, man, it was the street. Played the street lights came on.
Come on now.
You pulled a little rollout goal out in the middle of the street. I mean,
she knew where to find you.
There you go, right there. She
knew where to find you, and you had. I mean, winning one defensive player of the year is one thing, but now is that on your mind? Like I'm the top dog defensively, and now everybody's going to be scouting for me. How to put screens to get me off of them and all this other stuff because I am a shutdown defender?
No doubt. And honestly, man, I was pissed I didn't get it 3 times, to be honest.
That's right.
It was a guy named by George. He was 7'7", played at UNC Asheville, man, and he wanted he never left the paint.
So what
Yeah.
year did
Right.
you get it? Just what year?
So it was me my senior year.
Your
I didn't
senior
get
year?
it. I didn't get my
Okay.
senior year, and so I was pissed at that.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I can go out in multiple positions, and this guy never leaves the paint.
Right,
And so
right.
that's more on my mind.
Right.
Actually, man, that not getting it my third time, then hey man, I got it back to back. But
Correct.
you know,
Man, that's by you saying that you would have fit in well with us.
Correct.
Because we were a defense.
Yeah.
That's all we thrived on was defense, and to have that mentality, we could have used somebody like him. to
Yeah,
help us
offense
around
suffered at
time.
times, but we created our offense with our defense.
yeah.
It's like we didn't care if we missed shots. Like we had during the Final Four run, which was crazy. We had several games where we shot like in the 40s for field goal percentage, 60s for free throw percentage, and still won by 20.
There you go.
It's like if you do everything that you're supposed to do, then a lot of times your weaknesses can be overcome with good technique.
go.
When you're taking over a team, what's the first defensive metric you look at, and then how you can switch the defense around?
Positioning. I
Yeah.
think positioning, ball pressure, and then rebounding. Those three things.
Positioning, ball pressure,
And
rebound.
right? Position gonna put you in every proper space you need to be in, no matter what somebody throws at you, right? Ball pressure slows that ball down, right? Puts the offense into rest when I gotta see multiple hands, somebody up under me, crawling under me from 94 feet, right? And then after you do all that, you gotta rebound.
Right.
Do all that work, and then you don't rebound. You know what I mean? It's not worth it. So you rebounding at the end is the key.
I came to practice and I saw the finishing touch. Corey and I were like,
Yeah.
because Chris was sitting there and Chris was like, they got blocking pads.
Yeah.
They got blocking, they got blocking
we ain't
pads.
seen that in a
Yeah,
while,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
We ain't
But
seen
I
that in
saw
a
you
while.
guys were going through your drills and you had the drills end in a box out. Like everybody had the box out.
Yeah.
That's it.
And you kept holding guys accountable
Yes, he did.
every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That's
not
it.
every possession. You didn't just gloss over and go to the next thing. No, you stopped and you addressed it, which I thought was very key because you don't let the little things,
That's it.
as scriptures say, it's the little foxes that destroy
That's
the
it.
vine.
Details matter, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the fine line of winning and losing, right? Those
Right.
small details of boxing out, getting your hands up so a ball don't go by your
Two-hand closeouts,
hands. Or,
yeah.
two-hand close out, inside shoulders, like the rock sign, right? Because you think about it, if it's out here, the ball goes through your hands. And so those little fine details, man.
The
it's
rock.
margins.
Come on
That's
now,
it.
huh?
That's it. That's it. And so that's the fine line between winning and losing.
That's awesome, man. I love it. So when you look at Coach Calhoun and you guys like fit well together because he's a guy that he loves to learn from what I'm seeing so far. He loves to learn and he loves intelligent guys. He likes to be surrounded by guys that can specialize in something, that they have something. And he lets you guys, like he lets you run the defense.
Right.
He puts you out there and he trusts your expertise.
Right.
And like you're running he's not saying nothing
Right.
during the times that
Right.
you're controlling the defense.
Right.
Which we and Corey were like sitting over hitting each other like, man, you come on, man, what? Because you're
Right.
there's authority
Right.
in you calling your defense
Right.
and getting guys in right positioning
Right.
and knowing that this is the guy you got to listen to, not head coach.
Right.
I'm the guy running this. There's a level of authority there because guys know that when there's something wrong, if they come out of the game for whatever, when you're going to them, they know exactly why you're going to them because you control that part of the floor.
No doubt. And the trick is, I mean, them guys know Coach Calhoun controls playing time too.
Yes.
Right.
And so that's
Yes.
that's ultimately the trick. You know,
Correct.
he has our back in that, man, and we appreciate him just giving us the opportunity to coach. To become well-rounded in that, and let's be honest, Coach Calhoun was a shooter, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but that's just a joke, man. But yeah, I appreciate the coach allowing us to develop, man. He's been that way since I met him. He sees future head coaches in his staff, and so for us to have that segue and that segment to really have authority in what we're doing first gives conviction to those guys to understand that, hey, man, this is what we're gonna do, right?
It seems like it would be easier because you've been two-time Defensive Player of the Year, so the respect just because you've done it already should already command respect. But now you have the ability to pass that knowledge on to other players.
No doubt.
Are you working with guys from the 1 through 5 and teaching all aspects of the defense, or there's another coach that kind of holds the guards?
Well, Coach Hill, man. So me and Coach Hill, Coach Johnny Hill on that same side of the ball.
Okay.
And so we are collaborative in what we do.
Okay.
I'm the biggest guy on staff, so naturally I'm able to handle those bigs
With
a
the
little bit
bigs,
more.
yeah.
Probably the strongest guy on staff too,
Okay.
so I'm able to handle the bigs a little bit more.
You hear that, Coach Hill?
No, we do it collectively, man. And
Okay.
just, that's the good thing about this our staff, the partnership that we have, just the chemistry we have from the top down. Starting with Coach, who's he's not a type of guy that's not says a dictatorship.
Okay.
It's not a dictatorship.
Yeah.
At
I
all.
love that.
Yeah,
I saw.
no question.
We mentioned that with Coach, with Corey Evans when he was on the podcast. I said, do you realize that you're going to probably have to be replacing coaches every 3 years or whatever, because you guys are going to be getting head coaching jobs because you're allowed to grow, you're allowed to voice, you're allowed to run a program. And when there's scouts in the building and other people in the building, when they're watching, it's not just one coach talking the entire time. It's everybody's got a level of authority in what they're doing. You got offensive coordinators, assistant offensive coordinators, you got analytics guys, you got all these different things. But then you also have guys that when they know, when you look at the practice schedule, they blow the whistle when it's time to do a defensive drill. Coach Robinson is at the helm right now. Listen up.
Right, no doubt. And this is ownership, right? I think when you have more ownership in things, you care about it a little bit more. And it's not just for our staff, man. It's for our players. Like, our players have ownership in what we do, right? And so when they have ownership and have a voice, now they can hold themselves even more accountable than we can, because now you're on the spot, right? And this is your segue into this program to have ownership and impact it in a positive way. So when you have ownership and stuff, man, it goes a long way.
So how much patience do you have? Because the reason I'm saying that, I know with this transfer portal and you guys transitioning to different places, now you have to reteach and relearn these guys your style, your mindset on defensive principles. How difficult has that been to get these guys? Of course they're going to buy in because they're here, but I'm saying that on the sense of how do you turn down your frustration when a guy is not getting it, if you get what I'm saying?
I get it, and I think you gotta, for me, the mindset is you gotta have fun.
Okay.
I think when you have fun in doing this thing, and when you understand that these are still kids, right, and you're still helping them process and develop, it kind of challenged that frustration. But on the flip side, you can teach and be patient, but be urgent.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, have urgency whatever you do, right? We'll teach, we'll show a lot of film, because that's what we do in our program. We watch film just about every day.
Okay.
But, man, you know what I mean? The urgency now.
Yeah.
After I say, hey, man, get here and get there, how fast are you doing it?
Yeah.
Right? Are you doing it with urgency? And I think the urgency actually supersedes, the timeline of trying to get better.
So, because I saw you having fun getting in somebody's ass the last practice I went to.
Oh, yeah.
But the kid didn't look like he was having fun.
Oh, yeah.
How you worked that out?
Man, and then they know, man, when I'm out there getting a sweat, those guys, man, it's competitive.
Yeah, no
I'm
question.
still competitive at 40 years old. Like, if I feel like I can beat you, I'm going to try to beat you, right? And so me doing that now raises his level. Like, man, I can't have an old coach in here trying to beat.
Yeah. No
You see what I'm saying? And so I'm chirping, I'm talking.
Yes.
At the same time, I think it's a unique way when you're out there, man, and able to show them as you're doing it.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of being on the sideline screaming and yelling, so they can't say, well, man, coach don't know what he's talking about. Because let's be honest, a lot of these cats and these kids, man, they don't look at the resumes. Like, they don't care what I did back in the 2000s, man. They don't care. So if I'm able to get out there with my ability to still move, man, and still show what I can do a little bit and teach, I think that earns a different perspective and respect.
So your journey from where you started, now where's home?
Charlotte, North Carolina.
So from Charlotte, now you're here at Cincinnati. You've been coached, you played with a lot of different players. Who has been the most impactful player to define your basketball mindset?
As players that I've coached?
Yeah.
Man, it's so many, man, at every stop. I would go by a previous stop, man. A kid by the name of Mason Falslev, competitive, like warrior. Okay. Like, I'm not losing any drill.
This was last year?
This was last year.
Okay.
And we coached him for 2 years. Like, not losing any drill. Warrior, competitive. You know what I mean? Where at Youngstown State, man, it was crazy. Malik Green was just in the building. He's overseas playing. He's from Cincinnati. Like, that was a guy that was like, hey, man, I'm bullying the China shop. Right? I'm going to smile and laugh with you off the court, but on the court, man, I'm going to try to kick your tail. He would try to kick my tail every day.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, we laughed about that today. And so I feel like every stop, man, College of Charleston, a guy named Grant Riller, showed me what a pro looked like.
Okay.
Like a pro. Like, every day, I'm going to be a tactician in everything, how I attack today, my mindset, my approach. We actually had 2 pros in that team, Jarrell Brantley, who played for the Utah Jazz for a little bit, man. And so I had a chance to see those guys, just their mindset and their approach. I'm going to get in 30 minutes early and work on my game. All right, I'm going to get my recovery. I'm going to lift after that, and I'm going to get back in the gym. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so, like, I have a privilege to coach these guys, and they pretty much help me in my coaching and let me know what that looks like, man, and how I can help them advance and be better.
Now, the reason I was asking that because fans now, we don't know the players. So give us who we should look out for to be that guy.
Man, on this team?
Yeah, if you can gauge it. I know it's early, so if you can gauge it or
it's funny, I had this question earlier, man. I think it is early, but it's the good thing about our team, they're all unique in a way.
Okay.
And they bring so much different things to the table. Like Tyler and Riley brings swagger, he brings flair, he brings passing. Like, his vision is incredible, right? And so you add that with Elijah Perry, man, who can really see the game. Like, our guys on the team would love playing with him. Okay. You know, this is a guy that was a freshman last year, is going to be a sophomore, man, that can pass the basketball. Okay. And is super competitive. Tyler Tejada, I call him the silent assassin. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. His game is quiet, but you look in the stat sheet, man, he probably has, with a little bit of everything.
Right.
I mean, I can go down to the list to Jaden Hastings, man, like vocal, energy. Like, soon as you step into the gym, you feel him because his voice is just working and it's loud.
Okay.
You know, when his other guy he competing against, Riley, Allen Spatch, man, just really skilled, sees the game. Adds a different dimension because he can space the floor at 6'10". You know what I mean? Miles Colvin, I say he's an everyday guy. Okay. Everyday guy you can rely on, Miles Colvin. Okay. You know what I mean? So I can go down the list. TC showed us something today. Travion Carson. Okay. He showed us something today, man. Like, this dude is a bully. Yeah. And what I mean by that is you can't run offense. If he's involved in that play.
6'3", 200, yes.
You can't run offense. Yeah. You just can't. Like, he going to blow everything up. And so I love this team for that because everybody brings their own personality, their own swagger and flair, and you mix that all together and you have something special.
Okay.
So when you look at last year, you guys set the record for steals for a program. You guys were breaking the record that you got the previous year that you guys broke. Steals in the program, over 300, almost 400. It was 382, I believe, 2 years ago. Last year's 394. You guys are progressing. You're getting better. What's the difference between a good defender and an elite defender on this level?
I think at this level, man, first of all, let's talk about this. At every level is a different type of athlete, right? And so what we try to do in the portal is to get length. Like, you look at everybody's wingspan on our team.
They're much longer than they are tall.
Yeah. They're long, right? Yes. And they're quick twitch and they can move, right? And so I think
intentional.
That was intentional for how we want to play. And so I think what makes a good defender to an elite defender, it comes back to the details. Right, and so if I know tendencies and what you like to do, right, I'm always a step ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? So I can take that what we're teaching them versus a scouting report, a tendency of what their guy's doing. Now we got them in a box, right? And so I think that's the difference. All right, so you add that length, athleticism, not the tendencies of what he's trying to do, what we're trying to teach. That's what making those guys kind of soaking it all in and applying that. Yeah, that makes elite defender. And every day, like, you know, you can't take a play off defensively.
Especially when you're deep. When your team is deep,
you can't.
You get buried on the bench.
You can't take a play off, right? And so that's an everyday guy, man. You can't take a play off defensively.
Man, do you know how impressive that stat is, though, when you really think about that?
Yeah.
Like, you guys controlled the defensive side of the ball and broke records. That's a hell of a job, man.
Yeah, and I mean, the credit to those guys from buying in.
Yeah,
you can have all the knowledge in the world, man. If you don't have buy-in from those guys that to take coaching and apply it, you don't have nothing. So
and it's not just your starters because you can be on a roll defensively. Guys are getting tired. You bring in a wholesale of 4 guys,
and they following
and if they're not up to mentally ready to get in there and step in and ready to do it. And that comes from practice because I don't know how many times where coach subs when things are going good and then things go bad. And then the fans are like, well, why the hell did he sub then? Right, why is he just passing out minutes just to pass out minutes? No, you earn the minutes.
You earn them.
And so when guys get on the floor, you can tell right away if a guy say, man, because when I was in high school, when coach used to take me, I'd be like, man, I only played 2 minutes. I ain't do nothing. He goes, well, that's your fault.
Right.
How come you didn't do nothing? That's 2 minutes is a long time. That's about 5 trips up and down the floor.
There you go.
If you work,
you gotta make something happen, right?
You didn't do nothing in 2 minutes.
Right.
I didn't see it that way. But then it takes you, like, I love, like, we used to go over Corey's house. Corey was the house we used to go over at night. We'd go get beat-ups and come over his house after practice, and we'd be sitting there, and Corey be watching film. And so we all sitting there, and we watching tendencies. And I'd be watching the big guy, and I'd be like, okay, he's going to take 2 dribbles and he's going to drop step. At that second dribble, I'm jumping to that side. I'm going to strip him. I'm going to take the charge. I'm going to do whatever, but I'm going to read what he does. He can't turn over. I realized that if I'm guarding a 7-footer and from just outside the block or on the block, he's shooting 70% if he turns over his left shoulder. But if I push him off the block, make him turn over his right shoulder, he ain't that good with his turnaround. So now he drops to about 50%. If I take this away, now he's about 35%. Right. So now a guy thinks he had a bad shooting night. And I'm like, I'm your bad shooting night.
Right.
Like, yeah, I ain't let you do nothing you want to do.
Doubt,
I don't have to have all the block shots and steals and all that. All I got to do is make you uncomfortable and take away what you do best.
Right. And so, man, first of all, you guys are elite, man. So you talking defense, like you talking about you teaching me. You know what I mean? So that's what it is, right? That's what it is. But you talked about tendencies, man. Just like you said, pushing him 2 more feet from the block, he's all messed up, right? Now he's not comfortable.
Yeah, now you got to get 2 dribbles
Getting
and
that
get
work
to a
early.
spot.
Now you got to work a little bit further from the basket. Now the help side is there.
Now you can dig.
There you go.
Well, I want to say this because this is our first coach from this new era of UC basketball on our staff. I'll pull the roster back up. And if you don't mind, give us like a 2, you don't have to say nothing long, but just go down the line and introduce the fans or say something about these individual players just so since we have you here and be able to kind of let us know what we got.
So it's Travion Carson, number 0. As I said today, man, he's just a bully, right? He's just a bully, man. If he's in the play, good things are happening, right? Good things are happening defensively and offensively, right? He's a winner, right? He knows how to see the game. Defensively, man, if he crawls up under you, you have nothing, right? You have nothing. EP, again, man, I think he's going to be a crowd favorite.
Elijah
Perriman, his passing. Like his passing. And so his teammates will gravitate to him right away because he wants to share the ball. He's kind of too unselfish at times, but, man, he can pass the ball. He can see the game. Right, number 5, Akai Fleming from out of Georgia, man. Akai, probably the best athlete on the team.
Okay,
like he can just do things that you can't teach. He bites the rim. He covers space. Great finisher. Right, great finisher. Talking about a guy as a freshman, got 10 a game in the ACC. Miles Colvin, everyday guy, winner. All right, played in the national championship at Purdue his freshman year. Can really shoot the ball. Number 8, Tyler Tejada, again, solid assassin. Was a player of the year 2 years ago in this conference, in the CAA. Just very versatile, man. Can handle the ball, can shoot it. Solid assassin, right? Addy Elamine, just big fella, man. Like just he's interesting because you'll look out there and think he's not working hard and he getting things done.
Okay,
he getting things.
I saw you jump in his ass when I came to practice.
But he got so much to give.
That's usually
he don't even know it. And then, but you look at the tape, I'm like, man, like, but he can give me more. You know what I mean? Right. And so like, but he's great, man. I always have a smile on his face. He'll excite the crowd with his plays, man. On the rim, he's smooth operator, man. Tyler Riley, number 10, Flair. Flair, swag, he got it all in terms of that, man. And so he'll be the personality of the team. Same thing, can see the game, has great pace, great finisher. Won 30 games last year, transferred from Tulsa. So you bring in a winner there. David Aweze, I think the friends haven't known and seen him yet. He redshirted with us. But you talking about a guy that's, 6'9 and a half, 250 come through the door, very physical, soft touch, can really, really pass. He's hungry. All right, Grant, I love Grant. Grant is a guy that knows.
Working with you
guys. The
OG, man, and just like whatever you need, coach.
I'm sorry.
Lefty can shoot it. But this is a team player, man. Like whatever you need. If I need an extra rep in the drills, I'm gonna do it. All right, I like Grant for that, man. And so Eric Mahaffey, hometown kid, Cincinnati, same thing. He quiet, man, but he's coming from a winning program in Akron. He can do it all. Very efficient. You look at his number. He's very efficient as a freshman. Jada Hastings, again, man, vocal, positive energy. Like, he can just lift everybody up. He's like a candle, man. He's going to light you up, right? And Deshaun, man, again, with Deshaun is crazy. Tremendous upside. We're talking about a kid that's only playing basketball for 3 years, and he is long. He has a great touch, and he can shoot. And Riley has got a mix-up. All right, he can really shoot it, very skilled. He adds a different dimension to us offensively because he do it all. All right, he's a guy that can play both positions, the 4 or the 5.
Now, which of these guys came with you guys? Any of these guys came from?
Yeah, so we brought 3. So that'll be Elijah Perryman, Addy Elamine, and then David Oweezy.
So those guys understand your defensive mindset and principles, so they should be able to help everybody else buy into
They
it.
should, man. They should. They get a little. They have a tendency to get a little lazy and try to see if we can check them on some stuff, but they know. They know better, man. And so that's just guys being guys.
Well, you're going to get them right. I watched practice, and I saw that you not letting too much slide. So, yeah, no question.
At its highest,
and the push-ups. I saw the push-ups.
Gotta have them push-ups, man.
Now, what you would have said, because this is, I'm putting myself back at the young C. Blount coming to practice, and I make a mistake, and you got me doing push-ups, and I say, Coach, man, these push-ups is messing my shot up. I can't do push-ups. What would you tell me?
You need to shoot more.
Right.
You need to shoot more. You ain't figuring them push-ups and that shot out. You need to shoot more.
Trying to get out of it.
Yeah, trying to get out of it.
Right.
All right, go back. Plus, I'm the big, coach, don't worry about it, big fella.
Coach, before there were defensive coordinators in basketball, there were great teams, pressing teams, great defensive teams. I remember watching the UNLV teams back in the day because we're both on the West Coast and they were really good in the 90s. The 88 Oklahoma team with Tubby. And then you had Wayman Tisdale and Mookie Blaylock. Good team. Our pressing team of the 1991 to 93 era, we pressed. But then you had tough Cincinnati physical team. We moved into a different era because you start getting All-Americans. And so you stop pressing, but then you start doing bully ball. So guys would basically, you had guys, your power forwards were 6'9", 240. Looked like Danny Force was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, but his shirt with a map on his chest. Just, because they used to come up from the weight room, doing all this. With beaters on and all this stuff, they come into practice, and they had to practice for 3 hours after lifting for an hour and a half. But we were used to just beating teams down with repetition and physicality and intelligence. And mixed team, beat you down. Beat you down. We're going to walk it up. We're going to beat you down. I don't care if it's 60 to 58. We're going to win the game, but we're going to beat you down. Yeah. And then you get away from, you get open floor spacing, try to modernize the game a little bit, but then you take away some of the stuff. And then last year with Coach Wes Miller, you had tough defense. And when they finally figured out that, run things to the big, tough defense, the guards were able to get out and put pressure. But it seems like over the course of those 30 years, you guys are attempting to do everything, put it all together. Like, we want to have dynamic offense and score the ball, but we also want to have that same traditional tough, physical defense, still get in your face.
No doubt.
I don't know if we've had enough. Like, we've played some good games, and Fifth Third Arena is off the chain when it gets going. But to not be able to take a mental break because the offense is just as good as the defense is what you guys are attempting to do. Is say, look, we got. Not only do we got great offense and defense, our end of game situations are going to be elite.
Right.
And so when I see that, I see all you guys putting this together. That's a tall task, brother.
It is, man. And so with Coach, man, he's a mastermind, right?
Yeah.
He's very organized in his thoughts. He's very organized in how he wants the team to look. And so our unique identity, what you're talking about, are trying to have a top 20 offense and a top 50 defense. You can't do that without strategically recruiting depth. Right? And so we can wear you down on both ends. And so it's like a wave. It's the first wave, the second wave. We're going to keep coming.
How do you get guys to buy into that now?
The we over me mentality, man. I think it starts from coach, man. So
we over me.
We over me.
Yes,
and so
like
we
that.
over me mentality. So that's our saying. And so it starts with coach, man. You know what I mean? Nobody is bigger than the program. Right? And so it even starts with him. He's the most humble coach that I've worked for, right? And I'm like, Coach, you should have a little bit more swag, man. Like, you really doing this, right? But that's just how he approaches every single day. He's never not tried to learn more, never not tried to grow, right? And push us to our limits of growing as well. But if we are the examples every single day, I think it's easier for guys to buy in. Now, it would take some time. I'm not saying it's not going to take some time. It's not going to have some moments to have adverse situations. But again, if we are setting that example every single day, I think it's easy for the guys to say, okay, well, shoot, man, coaches are doing it. Why can't we? Right? And so it's not easy at first, but it starts with the type of guys you recruit. right? So when we recruit these guys, man, we studying their parents.
Yeah.
We're studying.
good point.
We
That's a good
calling
component.
their
Yes.
coaches, their strength coaches, former teammates.
You're getting data from everywhere.
We have to. We have to figure out, man, if this guy about winning or about himself, right? And so it starts there.
Oh, that's good.
Man, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you know what? You gotta, when you're getting married, when you go, you gotta interview the parents.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta see what you're marrying
Oh,
into.
no
When
doubt.
you're starting a business, you gotta find out who your partner's with and all that stuff. But when you have these contracts now that are basketball year-to-year contracts, you gotta figure out, because these kids will get you fired. You get the wrong group, they will get you fired.
No doubt.
They will start talking about the coach. Coach talk to the athletic director. Athletic director got to do what's best for the program. He gets rid of the coach, and never even. And the kid's gone after this year. So you have to have a certain accountability. What's the fine line between the accountability of pushing a guy and also letting them know there's a reason why I'm pushing you? Because we used to always say back in the day, if the coach ain't yelling at you, you ain't playing.
Well, they gotta understand, where it's coming from, and they gotta understand. Like, we spend a ton of time with the guys.
Yeah.
Right. I think most of the time in college basketball, because now that's NIL. Now the expectation to win is right away. It becomes too much like a business. It is a business, right? But within that business, man, understanding that at the very foundation of it is you're gonna get love, right, from your coaches. You're gonna understand who your coach is, his family. Like, we bring our kids to practice. They hang out. Like, my son, he gonna study every name.
One of them
that's
kids
on the
beat me
roster.
in shooting the other day. I don't know what it was.
There you go.
That's
There you
Coach
go.
Calhoun's daughter.
There you go. There you go, man. There you go.
That ain't hard to do, but
Pew, pew, pew.
It was quick. It was quick.
Shots fired. Yeah, shots fired.
Yeah.
Who are some of your defensive guys that you look at? Because I know in basketball, I heard Brian Kelly say this when he was the coach here. You're either a thief or an inventor, and you had to be both to continue to go up. So when you're watching film, when you ever say, "Oh, I'm throwing this, and I like what they're doing here on this out of bounds play or this defensive, how they switch this."
Man.
Are you constantly taking from when you watch film? Are you constantly growing and evolving?
I think it's funny, man. Even from the NBA, like, you watch the Eastern and Western Conference
Yes.
Finals, the things that the Spurs, now they had Wemby, right, and then OKC, just their rotations.
Yes.
Right, their physicality, their ability to cut off angles and force you a certain way, and then just growing in this thing. I think with the defense that we ran, man, we actually got it from Northern Kentucky. Right, they were, I was at Youngstown State. They had an interesting defense, and they used to give us fits. And so Coach Calhoun was like, "Man, why not just study this and try this? Like, if we can't beat it, let's figure out how we can implement it." Right.
Oh, I love that.
You know what I mean?
Can't beat it. Let's take it.
Hey, and then use it to our advantage.
Yes.
And so, a guy by the name of Coach Hout, who we worked for last year at Utah State, is now the head coach at Tarleton State. Man, he brought it.
It was
to
offensive
us.
coordinator, right?
Yeah, he brought it. He was defensive coordinator.
Okay.
He brought it to us at Utah State, man, and it worked wonders, right? And so, just that's the good thing about Coach, man. Like, you can't be too prideful to learn, right?
Yeah.
And take things and try it and use it to your advantage.
Well, I'm gonna take you back a little bit. I always like to ask this question because I love everything you're saying. So, first of all, what number did you wear in high school and in college?
Right. So I wore 3 in high school and then 33 in college.
See, 33 is a sign of defenders.
33 is?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
There you go.
Same, man.
Everybody who had 33 is
I
a good
can't argue.
defender. I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna get When it comes to defense, I tip my hat off to this dude, so he ain't gonna get no argument out of that.
I know I liked you from the beginning, brother. Yes.
I know you know him, so he couldn't have been your favorite player. So who was your favorite player? Like, what did you pick 33 and 3 for what reason?
I mean, I think about I thought Grant Hill
Okay.
was just
Correct.
smooth, and
Yes.
they use the term two-way player now.
Yes.
But like, defense was what you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
And you think about him and Scottie Pippen, man.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, man.
them were the guys for me.
Yeah,
You
okay.
know what I
Multiple
mean?
position
Just
defenders.
This long, athletic, multiple
Yes.
positions, man, can do it all. And at that time, like I said, the size of the position changed. Like,
Yeah.
these guys are 6'8" playing the 3. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
No question.
You know what I mean? And so those two guys, obviously, inspiration for me wearing number 33.
How much sleep do you guys get during the season?
Right. During the season, oh my goodness. It's funny. You try to get better at it, man, but you love it so much it keeps you up at night. My goal, honestly, man, I think when it's not your scout, you get a little bit more rest. than when it is your scalp.
I see
I'm sure you
coaches
sleep better
master.
after a win too, though.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
sure
coaches
that-
master the
man.
5-minute nap. Like
Yeah.
the takeoff on the plane,
Yeah.
they're out.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
minute the plane's in the air and the stewardess
Level
comes
off.
on,
There you go.
they laptops are out.
There you go.
Guys are passing thumb drives.
There you go.
Hand me this, hand me
There you
that.
go.
But it's like you guys are constantly. I've seen it with Wes and his staff. Soon as the game is over, they don't even get a chance to celebrate. They're doing
On to the next
breakdowns.
one, no doubt.
They're breaking it down. They got guys doing. You got the pre-scout, you got the scout, and the pre-scout. Guys doing 5 games ahead and all this. It's a constant machine, and it don't seem like it's like people glamorize coaching. It ain't like what they see. It ain't like what they see because you guys don't get the rest.
There you go.
You guys are constantly on the grind.
On the ground, man. It don't stop, right? It don't stop. But I do.
It's not supposed to, is it?
Well, there's you know what?
I mean, not during the season.
Not during the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, you in it.
There's
You
no
definitely in
balance.
it.
There's no balance to
Definitely not a
greatness.
balance. No, there
No
you go.
question.
There's
There
no
you go.
like you're all in
Yeah.
or you're not.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like you try to
There you
like
go.
Coach Calhoun said, I don't golf.
Right.
He says because I got something else I got to be doing. You know, I'd rather be doing something with my kids. I'd rather
Right.
be looking at this scout. I'd rather be going to this game. And like he is, when you hired a coach at University of Cincinnati, you couldn't have hired a better ambassador for championing all of the sports that university has because we are winning championships in everything. That you just don't hear about it other than basketball, football. But our track has been elite. Tennis team,
Golf.
Golf. We got rid of
Tennis.
soccer back during COVID, men's soccer. I wish we could have brought that back. But it's just like there's champions. There's 600 athletes on this campus. And they're championing something.
No doubt.
And then they're going pro, like Dr. Lucky said, they go pro after they finish in life. They're going into jobs, they're going into workforce, but they're going to take what they've learned and remember you. Because I remember all my coaches that pushed me, and I go back and I just think, when you get in your 50s, you get more reflective because life is fleeting.
Right.
You start thinking, man, this dude really loved me.
Right.
Because he wouldn't let me get away with my BS.
There you go.
This
No
guy
doubt.
pushed me. Corey came and got me. I quit. Corey came and got me from California. Like they would, no, you ain't quitting. We quit. We all quitting. There's a community in a camaraderie about athletes that when you go through something with somebody together and you break through that because there's a selfishness that we all got to die to. You know what I mean? Because you're the best. And then all of a sudden you get to a point where there's a lot of bests all on one team. And then you got to bust through the wall because you're tired. Man, I remember one of the coaches, I think it was Seth Greenberg, said, Joe Harrington, he was at Montana State, and Seth Greenberg was his assistant. He said, you'll never know how good you are until you're in the best shape of your life. He said, until then, you'll only do what your habits tell you to do, what your fitness level tell you to do. He said, but the guys who win championships and go on are elite athletes. Like they're elite at what they do. They focus and they lock in. And that's why I quit, because I was like, man, he's making me do stuff. Hug's making me do stuff I wasn't comfortable doing. And then finally, when I gave in and started hustling and doing the nutrition right and all this other stuff, my game took off because I wasn't thinking about the fatigue anymore. Now I was thinking about my assignment. When you look at guys now, you brought in the transfer portal was different because you brought in experienced guys, guys who've been coached, guys who've been coached hard, guys who've been coached and good fundamentals. Like you're not working with guys that came from bad programs. In your intentionality, you guys went and got guys that are coached well, great fundamentals that won.
Winners.
Winning is important, don't you think, when you guys are going out and trying to find players?
Yeah, because they know what it looks like.
Yeah.
Right, and I think 80% of our roster has won. Right, and so they know what it looks like. They know what the day-to-day looks like, or feels like, I should say. And then when they get pushed and challenged, it's not foreign to them because they want to be great because they've seen what it looks like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And winning is, as we know, it ain't easy.
Yeah.
It's going to, like
Everybody
you said,
would do
to your
it.
point, it's going to push you to limits that you never thought you can get. You know what I mean? But when you surrender down that hill, man, it opens up another door. Right, and so that was strategic as well.
What's the biggest lesson that sports has taught you? I mean, you've been in as a player, as a coach.
Different levels.
I mean, just different levels. But there's so many lessons. It could be any lesson. There's so many lessons that sports teach you. What is one that it's taught you?
Man, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Because I can go several different ways, man. But if I had to say the number one thing that it's taught me,
Don't even have to be
competitive
number one.
excellence.
Yes, competitive excellence.
Competitive excellence.
Go into that.
And what I mean by that, man, it's just striving to be your best in everything. Like it's joy in that.
Yeah.
Right? And so I piggyback
It's
off
a Daniel spirit that they call it, yes.
And so I piggyback off what you're saying of like coaching these kids and pushing them, holding them accountable, man. The joy in that is when they hit you back and say, Coach, I appreciate you. Because you know you push them beyond their means competitively.
Yes.
And that's what excellence means. Now they're a grown man. They're able to handle their business and whatever they're doing, whether it's continue to play basketball or be a CEO or a businessman one day, they're able to do that. And it's easy because the hardest thing they did was come and play for Cincinnati basketball, right, and be a champion.
I coached Daryl Peterson in high school. I was assistant coach at Western Hills High School, and we ended up losing in the Elite Eight for high school. Then he ended up going to Akron University. And then from Akron University, he met his girlfriend who was also on the basketball team. I believe she was an athlete. And they had children. And then it was the fact that he was pushed. And he hit his ceiling, but he stayed at that ceiling. And when he had a child, he started pushing his child from a young age. Both of them, both children. And one got drafted in the NFL, one got drafted in the NBA.
Saw that.
But he was constantly pushing them, constantly giving them different scenarios and not running to them when they fall and twist their ankle. You know, get up.
No doubt.
You know, see if you can play with it.
No
you know,
doubt.
now we're gonna. Yeah, you might be hurt, but we're gonna play for a little bit, just to see if you can play through some pain a little bit, because it may go away.
No doubt.
You know, when we watch a soccer game, you kick somebody in the shin, they die for about 2 minutes.
No doubt. No doubt.
Trying to get that call.
Right.
They
Get that
dead
break.
for 2 minutes, and but miraculously the ball comes their way.
They jump up and run.
It happened on the hoop court too.
But
No
when you
doubt.
talk about competitive excellence, like that's the reason that legends telling their stories are so important, because everybody's got a story of how they got to where they are. And it had to do with facing adversity and busting through it. What has adversity taught you as a black man to get through, not just a coach, because you have to navigate differently when you're trying to go up the ladder and do all this other stuff. So what has that taught you?
It's perseverance.
Perseverance.
I think, like, yeah, man, you can't. It's no quitting. It's no stopping. And understanding that whatever happens in your journey, it was supposed to happen to get you to the next other side of things.
Even the failure.
And the failure. Because, man, the greatest moments, growth moments are failing, right? It's only failing when you stop, right? Or when you quit, I should say.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So persevering, man. I've been doing this thing for 17 years now. And so I've been on every side of it. I've been at every level of it,
Still
right?
competitive.
And you're still competitive, man. But I've learned from those trying times, right? Those moments where I felt like I failed as a coach. I've learned from that, and it's allowed me to be better and be able to coach these kids better, man. Like, those moments allowed me to coach these kids today with this transfer portal, right?
Yeah.
And so it's different, man. And so it's a different. You have to have a different temperament.
I got a love for the game of basketball, and based on what it's done for me in my life, and gave me that avenue where I can escape, because going to play basketball was like the ultimate experience for me, and then competing at a high level, but then winning made it really good. You know what I mean? So of course, coming from where you guys came from, you guys had a hell of a 2 years. You were there 3 years though, right?
Two years.
Man, a hell of a 2 years, and then now you're getting ready to bring that winning attitude, that persona, that determination that you guys had, bringing it here to Cincinnati. That has been really, really fiending for this type of attitude and atmosphere we've been wanting. So I'm saying, man, I'm hoping and praying that you guys have success, of course, but enjoy the ride, man. Enjoy the ride, and you got the fan base behind you. I think we all excited. Everybody's really looking forward to this season.
Right.
And man, whenever you need us for anything, brother, that's my baby. I tell everybody, you see basketball is my baby. They might be the uncle, but I'm the daddy. You know what I'm saying? I be that boy's daddy, son. But yeah, so man, I'm the ultimate passionate fan, passionate alumni, man. That's my university and that's my basketball program. So we with you guys, man. Hoping you guys
I appreciate
have success,
it, man. That's what's made the transition great, man. As you guys, former players that really embrace what Cincinnati basketball means to them. And having played for a winning program myself, I understand what comes with that territory and trying to continue to have that torch.
How important? My alarm keeps going off. Sorry, man.
Feels good though, right?
Yeah, feels great.
How important important is positional versatility in today's game? Because, there were times when Corie, his senior year, he missed the first 11 games, and they were trying to get his credits all. So we were 6'5" across the board with our guards 6'2" and 6'3", but we pressed a lot, and we had 3 forwards that were 6'5", 6'6", 6'6". But we pressed a lot, so you may have to have, and those were forwards. Now there's guards 6'5", 6'6".
No doubt.
But when you're trying to get back in the game, you just may have different looks. You may take out the bigs and put in some forwards to get there quicker, to stretch the floor, do whatever, because it works on the offensive end. But you have to have two-way players in order to make that happen. So how important is positional size?
I mean, that's where the game's going, right? The positional size and the versatility. And I think from a defensive mindset, it's what offenses now have to prepare more for. Right, so now we can go in the past we've gone 2 bigs. So we've had 2 6'8", 6'9", 6'10s out there, which I believe we can do this year with Jada Hastings and Riley Allen Spatch, right? We can go 2 6'10 guys out there. Then we can go small ball and maybe have Tyler Tahad at the 4, Adamine at the 4, Elamine at the 4. So that's just. I like it because it's a different punch. It's a different switch up. It's more that the opposing coach has to prepare for. And it just adds to our offensive flair and our defensive tenacity.
Yeah. Do you guys run any zone, like a zone?
Yeah. So, I mean, that's what we're running this year is called FIS. Okay. And it's a matchup zone. It's a matchup zone. But the zone part, it's a switching man-to-man with zone type of tendencies. Okay. And so what it does is it confuses the offense, right? Yeah, are they man? Are they zone? I don't know what it is, right?
It forces you to play to the end of the shot clock.
There you go. And then obviously, our goal is to steal the basketball, which you've done at a high level.
Yeah.
Where there's confusion, you get lots of steals.
There you go.
Because if you can
Trying
blow
to figure
up,
it out.
When you look at defense, there's a flow to the offense, and the handoffs, the swing passes. If you're aligned on the line, up the line, if you can disrupt timing, that's why deflections are so key because. By the time you deflect it, you take 4 seconds off the clock. Now they got to run and go get it. They're looking up at the clock. Then they got to get something. They got to try to get an on-the-ball screen. And so if you can get a couple deflections in the shot clock, it disrupts the timing. And chances are, if you can separate the ball from the dribbler, ball handler, and you can get to it, you can start a fast break. Everybody likes dunking, shooting threes, and all the other stuff.
No doubt.
But I find fun in making a team panic. When you get pressure on a team and you get 1 steal or 2 buckets in a row, pressure gets a little louder. You get a little bit more in their face. Fans start getting in it. They can't see.
Right.
When they start pivoting, the defense shifts.
No doubt.
Like you see a bunch of stuff that just, as a defensive mindset, I'm like, when I'm watching you guys last year in the tournament versus Arizona, I'm like, if you guys would have made a shot.
Oh, my gosh.
Just make a shot. You guys went.
You're going to have to go back and read them stats again. Yeah. Do you know what they did the last 2 years?
Did you see the last game? My point is, they could have beat Arizona if they make a shot.
Made a shot.
They were like everywhere, but they just could not make a shot to get back in it.
But that happens in basketball now.
Yes.
Sometimes that ball just don't go in the hole for whatever the guys, whatever reason they might decide that day it ain't going in. But you can't control the defensive side.
No doubt. And that was it. And you said a shot, and now being on the defense side of the ball, couldn't get a rebound.
It was like 45 to 18 or something. 45
yeah,
19.
it was like you can't have a double whammy, man. You can't miss a shot, and when they shoot, they getting extra shots.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so one thing had to kind of fall for us, and we just.
And they did have three players on that team get drafted.
That was one of the best teams in college basketball last year. So if you're gonna go out. That's how you go out.
No doubt. I mean, in the confidence of us actually being at the Big 12 now, giving us confidence and saying that, we were that close to knocking off a Final Four team.
Man, no question.
The best teams that have been in college basketball, the best teams that have been in Cincinnati had a team full of dogs. Independent dogs. You can put them on an island. They can stop a guy one-on-one, take on the challenge. They'll dive for the loose ball. They'll make the right play. You don't always have to hit the big shot, but from my position, you got to set the right screen, the right angle. You got to have the right timing. You got to do things the right way to have a winning culture. Do you see that coming together? Because from what I'm talking to you and talking to other coaches, it seems like you guys are ahead of schedule, surprisingly.
Man. Yeah, we share the ball.
Yeah.
We had a team practice today at noon, and, man, that ball is zipping. It's popping. And that's a great sign.
That is a good sign.
With 13 new guys, man. Like, that's promising.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, like, if we can continue to do that, man, like, you're going to see a lot of points in that building.
No, you know, because unselfishness makes a difference. If you don't have nobody just hogging that ball and you this early, so basically what you're saying, nobody's trying to prove that they're that guy. They're saying, man, I feel good and comfortable with the guys with me.
Yes.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That's
there.
what it is. And sometimes you don't know, right?
Yeah.
You don't know how it's going to look.
Yeah.
And you try to get to that point.
Yeah.
But the fact that that's happening early on is a very positive sign.
Man.
Before we get out of here,
Yeah.
how's Cincinnati been treating you?
Great. Great, man. The food spots have been tremendous.
You got some good food spots here.
Great food spots.
Skyline or Gold Star, as they say.
See, again, I think we're going to have that as a team function to choose, man.
Yes.
You know, I don't want to do that alone, man. I don't want to do the Skyline or Gold Star alone, so I think we're going to do it as a team function because we heard that's a Cincinnati staple.
Yeah, it's a Cincinnati.
You know,
staple.
so
It's
we
been
gotta
hard
do
for
it.
me. The spaghetti
world
and
famous
chili
Nelson
just ain't
chili.
never
Yeah,
really worked
yeah,
for
yeah.
me.
Really?
But, nah, that's just not. I love the conies though.
Right, the
but the
yeah.
spaghetti and chili, I
Right.
ain't bought into that well. So
Okay.
have you had that yet?
I have not, man. I'm going to have to get it there
Yeah, see,
working out. Sound like I got
let
to
me
work
know.
out twice before I go in there,
Yeah,
man. So
no,
I'm going to do that.
Corie had his grandma and great grandma cooking for him since he's been there, so he ain't never
yeah.
make nothing.
Right.
He only likes what they cook.
Right.
I mean, just
Right.
be honest.
I like a good meal, but that's
never
that's
cooked.
just a different texture. You got spaghetti and chili, like.
Right.
Yes, I like
that was
all
hard.
meals.
That
I
was
have to
hard for
cook.
you.
Can I have another one, please?
But they're gonna give it to you. You're gonna have
Okay.
to try. You're gonna have to make a decision.
I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
Hey man, we appreciate
Oh,
it.
well,
you.
now here's the question I definitely need to ask. So now you here,
Right.
You're getting ready to put your footprint on this rivalry.
Oh yeah,
This thing they call a crosstown shootout.
we're not
heard
there
about
yet,
it.
but come on, man, go ahead.
But
Go ahead,
you
finish
know,
the question.
it's gotta.
gotta-
I'm not saying he needs to predict anything,
Right.
but just understand the culture of what's getting ready to happen and be ready for the
on.
rivalry that
Okay.
you're getting ready to be in. I don't know if you had one. Who's BYU rivalry that you guys would say?
Utah State.
I mean,
Utah State.
so-
Our rivalry will probably be San Diego State.
Okay, multiply that by 10.
correct.
It's getting ready to be, man, it's
And
going
it's
down.
at,
So-
it's at Fifth Third Arena
Right.
this
and,
year.
and it's at home. So just wanted to put that out there to let you.
Yeah, I've heard a little bit of it,
Okay,
man. And so
yeah.
it's crazy. Like I forget what food. It's a food spot near Xavier's campus. And so
That's
I
when we
was
went
like,
to the soul food place.
Yeah,
Okay.
somebody
yeah.
was like, be careful, man.
Yeah.
You know, they be careful. They make spit in your food. I'm like, oh, is it? What? You know what I mean? So it's
The lady actually graduated from UC.
Yeah,
so
and the food is good. What's the name of it?
I forget. We can't give her a shout out.
Yeah, we
yet,
got to
but-
give her
I
a
got
shout
you.
out. Food's good,
Yeah,
though,
but it's
right?
trickled in. It's
Yeah.
trickling in. You feel it
Yeah.
a little bit, man.
Yeah.
So it's good.
It's
Rivalries are
exciting. It's exciting, man. That's my most favorable time of the year. Is that crosstown shootout years. I mean season. So, get ready for it. Is
good.
all
I'm ready.
I'm saying.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Well, it's been awesome. You got Coach Mentoris Robinson here. 2-time Defensive Player of the Year in the conference, now defensive coordinator, one of the most electric defenses in college basketball. You're going to see it. We're going to break records. It's going to be fun. If you haven't got your tickets, you better hurry up
Go
because
get
they're
'em.
going fast.
Man.
They're going, back when we played, after we got back from the Final Four, they made you buy football tickets to get basketball tickets because they were trying to help football. Now, it's hard. If you don't have basketball tickets, you better know somebody. And don't be calling me no more. Don't be texting me no more and asking for tickets. No, we're not doing that no
No,
more. Y'all
go get
making
'em.
good money because y'all show me every time you have to go on a vacation. You put it all over your timeline and let everybody know how you're balling, but then you want to call me and ask for tickets. We're not doing that this year.
Yeah.
We're not doing it. I'm Terry Nelson.
Corie Blount.
And my man, Mentoris Robinson, one of the defensive minds that you're going to learn to love and get to know, and you'll hear more about him as we love it. This has been another exciting episode of Legends Unplugged. Thanks for coming on, boy.
Thank you.
We out.
Appreciate you.